Are you a 9-to-5 employee who earns an average salary and is looking to make some extra bucks? Or a student in need of money to pay off credit card debt? Well, what if I told you that you could be making an extra $300 every month for doing something as simple as entering names? Don't believe it? Sure, your doubts are justifiable, but taking the load off your shoulders, the research for this has already been done to make sure everything discussed in this video is completely legitimate. All you'll need for this is a laptop, good internet, and some typing skills. However, you might be wondering, why am I being paid for simply entering names? And to answer this is really as simple as, it's all about data. If you aren't already familiar with data entry, it's exactly what it sounds like. The entry of data such as names, emails, numbers, and other details into data processing software like Google Sheets, Microsoft Excel, or separate databases. Since companies and individual clients need all their data to be relevant, up-to-date, and organized, data entry clerks are of great value in the world of business. Additionally, the shortage of time in business owners' hectic schedules does not allow them to manage such administrative tasks because they need to focus more on the strategic and operational side. And this is where a data entry clerk like you comes in to take on this administrative role. So, what type of education is required to become one? Well, fortunately for you, there's no requirement for formal or institutional training to become a data entry clerk. However, to be a suitable candidate, you'll need to have a few traits that can help you hop into an entry-level position quickly. These include: number 1, good time management. This is important because your client or fellow team members will be dependent on the data you provide to begin strategizing accordingly. So nobody would appreciate you taking too long to get the job done. Number 2, a relatively fast typing speed. To manage your time effectively, you'll need to be quick at work, which means a typing speed of at least 45 words per minute is crucial. But being fast doesn't have to come at the cost of accuracy. Make sure you learn to balance both elements for achieving proficiency in your work. Number 3, keep an eye on details. In this context, what the phrase means is that details really matter. Since you'll be handling tons of data, analysis skills will be crucial for you to sift through errors. To add, do note that entering names may not be the only work you deal with. Data also includes other information like emails, phone numbers, addresses, or even revenue figures. But it's still relatively easy to get a tight grasp of everything quickly. Okay, well, how do you get started? So here are 3 ways to hop on your journey for making money through data entry tasks. Number 1, freelancing on Upwork. If you haven't already heard about Upwork, well, it is probably the largest global freelance platform out there. There certainly won't be any limitations to finding clients here because as of now, the platform caters to a whopping 145,000 active clients annually. So it shouldn't take long for your data entry services to be discovered globally. To kick off your journey as a data entry clerk with Upwork, here's a brief walkthrough of the steps you need to follow. Firstly, visit Upwork's main site and click on Sign Up. You can either sign up with your Google or Apple account as well as your email address. Then, you'll be asked to add in some personal information like your full name, a strong password, and the country you reside in. Additionally, to continue developing your profile, you'll need to add a display picture, your previous work experience, and a little about yourself and the work you do, which in this case is data entry. For trust purposes, Upwork will ask you to complete a verification process, for which you'll be needed to upload your ID and complete an online verification task. Doing so will grant a blue tick on your profile, making you a more trustable and verified freelancer. However, in terms of the actual jobs and projects, your work may not be based on just entering names. It can also include keeping track of phone numbers, locations, and emails in a database. There are 2 ways you can go about getting paid. The first one would be a fixed hourly rate, meaning that your client or employer will pay you depending on the number of hours worked. Secondly, for one-time projects that clients want to get done quickly, you might be paid per project or milestone assigned. According to Upwork, the median pay rate of an entry-level data clerk is about $17 per hour. However, even at a rate as low as $5 an hour with 2 hours a day dedicated to this sums up to an easy $300 every month. Number 2, work for outsourcing companies. Companies that outsource data entry services are a perfect opportunity for beginners like you. but make sure they're legitimate ones and are willing to look more into an applicant's capabilities. Otherwise, it might be a little tough for you to get in without prior experience or formal training. Now, there aren't any specific steps to this, but as outsourcing companies are under strict rules and regulations from client companies, to be selected, make sure you're able to convince them that you're a fresh, dedicated, and hard-working talent. Additionally, also make sure you have a grasp of accurate typing and communication skills, as well as some basic how-tos about data entry. But other than that, data entry on a basic level is pretty straightforward. If you're dedicated enough to do loads of typing and meet deadlines, then you're in. Number 3, squad help. Although unrelated to data entry, if you're looking to make money by actually typing names, then squad help is for you. It's a platform where businesses and startups get their names. The community consists of about 70,000 freelancers, all working to develop innovative and creative brand designs. The way this mechanism works is that businesses come to squad help to seek assistance with their design material, and the creatives with the most original and fascinating work would be their ideal choice. So if you believe you have the potential to be that creative, then here's how to sign up and sell names with squad help. First, search for squad help on the web and click on Become a Creative. Scroll below and click on Join Now, after which you'll be prompted to create an account. Simply fill in the necessary details and you're good to go. Once you're through with that, 2 contests would be sent your way to test your creativity with names. If yours are well received by the platform, then you'll be allowed to enter upcoming contests as well. To reach the highest rank or Tier A, creatives need to sell more by designing material that adheres to the business's vision, product, and target audience. The payment mechanism for squad help is quite straightforward. If your proposed logo, name, or tagline seems to interest a business, they'll outright purchase it. And there are a lot of factors that determine how much you could make, but on average, contests would pay a prize amount anywhere between $100 to $500, and sometimes even more. So, in conclusion, typing names online could be a lucrative option to make good sums of cash. However, there's one name entry on YouTube that calls for neither the same amount of effort, time, or dedication, but rewards massively when it comes to making money online. Any guesses on what that name is? Yes, that's right, it's John McNeil, whose knowledge-packed video you're engaged in right now. So if I've grabbed your attention already, why don't you quickly just scroll below to subscribe and like this video. Anyways, that is all for today, guys, so I will see you in the next one soon.